Good afternoon and welcome to my channel on YouTube, Trey's Myths. Today I wanted to talk about animal networks. Just recently watching this documentary movie about David Icke's life, Renegade, which I found very touching. I have to note that both David Icke and Dan Willis were two of the greatest revealers in this battle. Were actually mainstream, I believe, ABC newsmen. Mainstream newsmen. So, two of my major sources were mainstream newsmen who liked the 1977 Academy Award winning film Network. Literally said, "I'm mad at this hell and I'm not going to take it anymore." So, as I've said before, one word the word pirates have not been able to hijack: the now. All spiritual masters will tell you the truth. The power is in the now. The timeless, eternal now moment has all power. The past is just memories, regrets, and also this is what we're learning to heal. The future is only our plans and dreams and our worries, which also influence how it occurs. So, what we've learned is the deceiver and the demiurge are so powerful that they have hijacked entering and exiting the matrix. I read a book by the man who ran for president under the Libertarian candidate, Harry Brown, and he said he decided to stop making all decisions from fear-based decisions. And he fired all of his employees and hired them back as independent contractors. This man is an example of someone who has come with the proper idea, which is to question all of these demiurge plans and the archontic minions who masterfully set up their domination, Saturn, Moon, Matrix, Black Cube tech systems. It turns out, statistically, the mortgage system is the number one way your financial overlords, we call the banksters, fund their wars and mandates, bribery. But the mortgage is the number one moneymaker for the rainmakers people. It's obvious. They've taken away, financially speaking, your entire life. So when you see me make a video from inside of a tent, I want you to know that I myself, physically, literally, and metaphysically, just like society, at least amongst those who are not really good wage slaves or very wealthy, I am in the no man's land. I do not have a wife, a girlfriend, children, or a company. Being the grandson of a 33-degree Freemason, I feel a little insecure in trying to do the normal things from a tent. However, I do not feel too insecure to start my YouTube channel and my page from inside of a tent. Actually, I started it from inside my brother's storage room in his legal house in South Carolina. So, technically speaking, I did have to do some intense shadow work and whip my shadow's ass in order to even have the courage to begin this channel. In case anyone wants to go back to the last series of videos I made yesterday, So research shows that you paying the mortgage for the rest of your life is the number one way they fund their takeover. So I have made my priority since I came to California to live out my musical dreams and my healing necessity, my need to heal and learn about healing. In this case, now that this figure is made 45, solar returns, it's sharing the lessons. Okay? This cliche is very true that we get what we focus on in this lifetime. Our energy flows to that which we focus on. And then it comes back like a boomerang really fast in the age of Aquarius. So, in a place where people would have to, who are not very specialized or wealthy, will have to work 3 jobs 7 days a week for their box to have a place to sleep and shower, bathe, refrigerator, stove, place to store their crap. I have chosen to focus on spending the money on food and medicine and healing and learning. And now I fulfill my destiny by sharing. Okay. So another time that I took a tolerance break from cannabis in the first week, during the first week of the Ophelius sign, Ophiuchus, keep saying Ophelius, Mr. McPhelius. The seventh night, I had a lucid dream that I was living in Jamaica, and it was just as real as this tent. So, some have said if you really want to stop the reincarnation cycle or the death trap, you have to know how to do lucid dreaming, because when you die, as again my friend, my old friend David Bliss said, I don't know what the big deal is about death. You're only going to become what you always were, a spirit. So how do such things as ghosts become so terribly, tragically prevalent in a place such as Santa Cruz to perpetuate the so-called Santa Cruz curse? Because souls or people or beings, spirits in human bodies, while they live in this town, do not have any belief in the afterlife, or they believe the scientism, death cult, or the Illuminati, or any such unconscious and disrespectful ideas and concepts, and then, or they believe there's no such thing as an afterlife. So when they die, they don't know what happened. So I've had to deal, ever since 19 and a half years, I've had to deal with this sort of thing. We're almost 19 and a half now. And so the other thing I want to talk about in this video is how when you're on the ascension path or the awakening path, you're trying to reclaim your spiritual powers, remember who you are, read spiritual books, or learn, it's very easy for others' obstacles, as I call in the last video or the commentary I put on that, the rear view mirror obstacles of other people can become your impediment, can become your crutch. If they're good natured, it can become a crutch you walk with after you've already healed. Okay, so during the awakening process, it's very important to have your own space to learn who you are at the essence, what you desire in this lifetime, that is not influenced by the black magicians who are so prevalent in our world today. If you cannot do this, if you cannot separate your essence and desires from the moon matrix, death reincarnation cycle, you just become fodder. You're just sheep or cattle or sex slaves, child sex objects, or whatever the master's desire that you're falling prey to. So this reclaiming of your sacred sovereign power to choose your beliefs, your food, your what you put in your body, and your thoughts, especially your emotions, is your sovereign God-given birthright, particularly if you're born in Turtle Island. But you will need space, like a butterfly. You need space and time to learn what you don't want and who you are not before you know what you want and who you will be and what you're becoming. Because if you do not disentangle from the web of the deceit of the deceiver, the rainmakers, their lies, and their reptilian ideas, then you become the snake-brained version of yourself. You become a half-hearted kind of sort of person, etc. So don't fall prey to others' obstacles if you really want to become one with the Christos in this ascension journey. Satan as entropy. For many of us, the devil, Lucifer, or Satan, particularly Lucifer, appears under the guise of "Let me take care of you. Okay, I'll do it all. We're socialists who have big hearts. So let us keep you small. Let us make sure you stay a boy or a little girl. Make sure you never heal or face your great fear of the opposite gender. Make sure you never face or heal what you truly want or desire or fear as far as relationships. Or even so far as to become a guy who can make YouTube videos mentioning it and then not do the work. Well, this channel has brought me back into contact with someone I had intimacy with. So point is that in the age of Aquarius, I would not say the devil forced me to do this, but as after the lockdown, this still being a mystical town, the mystic walk opportunities to encounter mystics in physical real time may be lessened. So I speak to those interested in mysticism every day along this most massive platform ever created, which, like I say, for my soul fragment, or my little me, was the entrance to the eight gates of the age of Aquarius. So in New Year's, people make resolutions to let go of habits. They do fasts, cleansing, clean their house. And when you get in trouble, if you're a tweaker and you got busted or did something stupid or horrible, so the court system has a company called Janus they send you to for your rehabilitation, your community service, or I guess they make you go through classes. So Janus was this Greek, or I forgot what the Greek or Roman god that was like this two-headed creature. And notice Jan and January, okay, and the correlation to Saturn. Okay, so Janus was this Roman god that can see who you were in the past and who you are in the future. So as we come into January, we have to look square into this idea of justice of what we did last year. Also on our birthday, I recommend this shamanic traditional tactic to resemble and look at what you did last year and the next year. Okay, what do you want to create this year? So even if you made $1 million, but you were in the Illuminati and you only care about yourself, which according to Mark Passio, I learned about Satanist mind control from a former high priest who quit to teach us freedom. He said it's not really about this horn thing and this goat. Not so many worship the goat and the bull-headed, but it's the little me, the ego, right? So it's inherently entropic. Okay,